Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video where we ask, what's your favorite scary movie? Subscribers. That's right, terrible ghost face impression right to start off the video. I'm not even wasting time today. We're going to get right into the terrible impressions right at the start. But today we are here to rank all 5 Scream films. That's right, all 5 Scream films. I thought about maybe adding in the TV show, but A, I don't have time to rewatch it. B, I personally like the show, but it doesn't feel like Scream, you know? It just kind of has the Scream name. So I like the show, but I'm not going to include it. So we're going to talk about the 5 films in the Scream franchise and decide which one's best, which one's the least best. And we're going to start right there at least best. That's right, the worst. Still good, but my personal least favorite, Scream 3. Scream 3 is my least favorite. Rewatching it a few weeks ago, I did actually have a lot of fun watching it, so I actually think I like it more now than I used to, but it still just doesn't measure up to the rest of the franchise for me. Even like a Scream 4, it just doesn't measure up. It's missing something. I don't know if it's because Neb's not in like half the movie. I don't know. It's missing something. It kind of, obviously we all know about the production problems with Scream 3, from the rewrites to, certain cast members not being sure if they really want to do it, and just all sorts of mumbo jumbo going around Scream 3, and you definitely feel it translate on screen because it kind of feels like a mess. It feels like they were having fun, but it was certainly a mess. If it wasn't for Dewey and Gale and Parker Posey, that film would have probably been a stink bomb. But it is good enough, and it is a fun movie to watch, Scream 3, but it does get the last spot on my list. What's the next one? Scream 4. Scream 4 is my 4th place. Ha, interesting. Actually enjoy it every time I watch it. It feels like a fun return to Woodsboro, but that's what it is, a fun return to Woodsboro. And it kind of feels, while they do implement like live streaming and you see people texting and stuff, it does kind of feel like they were making a movie in the early 2010s, but they were trying to make a 90s movie. And it just didn't translate with a lot of people. It works for me for the most part. There's some a little too goofy, too 90s stuff like Anthony Anderson's death scene, but for the most part, it didn't really work with a lot of people, and I think that's why it kind of felt like they were trying to make a 90s movie in the early 2010s, and that's not what people wanted in the early 2010s. Nowadays, they probably would, because 90s is all nostalgia, 80s and 90s, but at the time, it wasn't, and that's why Scream 4 gets my 4th place. It's a fun time, but it's not a great time. Here come the great times. Scream 2 is the next film on the list. This film is so damn good. It gets better every time I watch it, I swear. I love Timothy Olyphant. After you know he's the killer and rewatch it, it's so obvious. Like, just the way he looks at people. Like, when the sorority girls come up towards the beginning of the film and then walk off, just the way he's, like, doing a sinister, like it's just obvious he's the killer. Now, Debbie Salt, that's, like, the big holy shit reveal. Like, Timothy Olyphant's fairly obvious after you've seen it once and then rewatch it. It's just such a good time. Like, Courtney Cox in this film. Wowza. Dewey looks fantastic in this film. Like, this is when we get, like, peak Dewey is from this moment on. He kind of evolves from the first film, becomes, like, peak Dewey, the older brother to Sidney for the most part. It's just so damn good. Sidney actually becomes a badass and not just a victim trying to survive. She becomes, like, a badass fighting Ghostface. A lot of her friends are even better than they were in the first one. It just, Scream 2 freaking rocks. Windsor College, great shooting location, by the way. Just great time with Scream 2. What's the next one? Scream 2022 gets my 2nd spot. I just saw this film. I'm gonna go see it again. This film freaking rocks. This film just gave me everything I wanted, from the older cast members to the new cast members like Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jackie Quaid. Just everything was firing on all cylinders for me. The respect paying to Wes Craven, the Easter eggs to the original film, the connections to the original films, the connections to Scream 2 and Scream 3, the throwbacks to Scream 4 with Hicks. It just, and the evolution of the original 3 characters just is so good. And it could be a great end to the franchise, or it could be the beginning of a whole new franchise for the most part. Just, this film gave me everything I wanted and more, and I can't wait to rewatch it over and over and over, and I can't wait for it to come out on 4K and give me them sweet, sweet, sweet bonus features. Now, of course, we are here at the #1 spot. If you haven't guessed it yet, You're a moron. Scream, the original 1996, is my favorite Scream film of all time, even after the new one. The new one's damn good, damn great, freaking amazing. Probably going to be my favorite film of the year, and I know it's my first film I've seen this year that's a new film, but it's probably going to be my favorite. But Scream is still my favorite film of all time. Always will be. This film tops the list every time. It's just so damn good. It's a perfect film. I gave it a 10 out of 10 in my review if you haven't seen it. Skeet Ulrich being the mysterious young Johnny Depp type boyfriend, Stu Macher, Matt Lillard just being Matt Lillard, everything. Jamie Kennedy, Rose McGowan, just everything was firing on all cylinders. The directing of Wes Craven, the writing of Kevin Williamson, just freaking amazing. The credits where they roast the high school that wouldn't let them shoot there. Everything about the 1996 Scream is freaking a fantastic time. And if you haven't, whatever reason, if you've watched this video and you've never seen these movies, please do yourself a favor and go watch them. Start with the 96 version and go through the entire franchise up through the new one. It's the best franchise of all time. Forget the MCU, forget Star Wars, forget Batman, forget Spider-Man, forget Lord of the Rings. Scream is the best franchise of all time. Not just in the horror genre, in any genre. Scream is the best franchise of all time. And if you disagree, well, we're on the internet, so if your opinion's different than mine, you suck, you're a dumbass, and you should be set on fire in the streets. I'm just kidding. Let's chat about your opinions down in the comments below. Make sure you tell me what your name is mine. Do you have Scream 4 at the bottom? Do you have the original Scream on the bottom and you're a freaking madman lunatic? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe to the channel for even more content. The next few videos are going to be Hotel Transylvania videos. That's right. We're doing quite the shift from Ghostface to vampires. So we're doing quite the shift. But hey, that's what we do here on the channel. We talk about all types of movies. So make sure you guys watch that. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.